As a rural boy, I grew up in a place that's not very different from this. I remember when we used to head cattle, you make fire from wood and you sort of huddle around the wood to get warm. And when you get home, the sisters are going to fetch water from the river. The heating of that water and the cooking is all from wood. So for me, this is very, very emotional. I know what living under these conditions feel like. I mean, without energy, there's so much that you're missing out on. It enables life. It's a basic need, really.
Wemntanami bekunzima kodwa ke bingekho futhi into ade sizoyenza besihamba siyotheza amalongo le siyawatheza amalongo utheza amalongo ubuye uba intuthu igcwale indlu akekho ongazukuza ukuthi ukuba silongo gibele taxi ngiyani nuke ilongo nje
This area is called Freya, and it's a community that is very close to the Shell Ultra City at the back there. The garage has created a lot of employment for people around this area. But when we came here with Shell, beginning of last year, this whole area was without electricity. There were no plans anytime soon to add them onto the grid.
Izinkinga bezinkulu kakhulu ebesihlangabezana nazo. Siyadla nje nabantwana usike lokho kusikile udle upheke nakusasa ngoba ubuthi mawuthi uthenge kuzobola ukudla konke ungabusadla usuyathatha futhi uyolahla umosana sumosa imali iphelile.
They didn't have fridges, TVs. In this day and age, they were really being left behind. Shell sent us with a project to come and establish what the needs of this community were. And top of the list was electricity.
I work for Shell and we are an energy organization. So in light of the challenges that we are facing in South Africa with load shedding and very limited access to energy, we are powering progress in the community of Escort to make sure that they are powered in their homes to be able to have lights and use energy the way that they need to.
The first year of the project, we installed solar systems in 200 households. The impact of the project is huge.
Namhlanje siyabantu noma sihamba lapha siyazizwa
zokwenza ibhizinisi lokuthi ngikhulise izimbuzi ngithandiswa ukuthi kahle kahle zibaba mangani kuwe nase ngibiza izilwane zami ngishaya ikhwela ngone ngasikhathi beqala ukungifakela ukuthi isola le izongisiza izinto eziningi ukuthi izinto zami zisheshesheshe ngiqeda ukujova sekuyakwazi ukuthi sengiqeda ukujova sekuyaphoqa ukuthi ngulahle ngoba ngeke kusasebenza ngoba ifridge anginayo simanje sengizokwazi ukuthi ngibeke efridgini ngikwazi futhi nase kufuneka ngikome futhi
Kumnandi ukuza ukuthi kanti nina nje abantu abafuyayo le sola yenza more than
ayenza izinto eziningi impilo yethu isiqhubekela phambili kakhulu
Kunezimbuzi zokwana nebhizinisi liyakhula yabo.
hayi ibhizinisi walikhulu vele ibhizinisi.
If communities like this have to wait for government to provide, they might never get here because there are so many households that don't have access to electricity in the country. It is important that organizations like ours contribute in terms of closing the gap. We are an energy company providing energy society needs, but we also play a significant role in terms of community building, which we call nation building.
As Shell, nazinikeza ithuba ukuthi nathi sithi kini a little lezi singakwazi ukwenza phakathi.
Escort is actually the first area where we had our first Ultra City as a company. We've also been in this community for a very long time, so the partnership really works. But most importantly, when you do this kind of a project, you want to make sure that you're providing the community with what they need. not what you think that they need or want. You have very open conversations with the community, with the municipality, and therefore you engage them from the very beginning so that they welcome you and they can be able to work with you. And that work actually really began with WUSHE, meeting with the community one-on-one and understanding the needs of the community and running a survey throughout the whole process.
When we were asked by Shell to do research for them in this community, one of the things we did was ask for unemployed graduates in the community to do the research. Besides the fact that they know the area better, we're creating employment for youth.
Amakhandlela kunzima njengekhandlela nje linzima makunomoya liyaphepheteka lisheshe liphele liyawa lilayitha impahla kuyingozi.
It's a very small community. There's too much youth that is unemployed. Everyone would like to work at Atrocity. Everyone wants a job, but that's kind of impossible. After matric, I studied public management at a college based in Escott. I've never had a permanent job. One day when there was a community meeting, Shell people were there. They wanted people who are graduates, who are sitting at home, no jobs. I did apply. I got a call. I got to understand how other households live, especially under conditions where they do not have electricity. Other families, they don't have anyone working, so there's no income. Children need to study, but there's no electricity when they come from school. So it was a beautiful and tough experience at the same time.
Ngiyathanda ngoba kunamasola emakhaya ngoba impilo isishintshile kakhulu. Ngiphinde futhi ngikwazi for mina ngiyasingakwazi ukuthi ngikwazi ukuthi ngifunde nasebusuku. Uma ngizosebenzisa ifoni ngiyakwazi ukuthi ngenze i-research for ukusebenzisa nje ifoni ngizakwazi ukuthi sicharge khona la ekhaya ya ifundo zami zezoba nama-marks amaningi ngikwazi nje nokuthi ngiphumelele nasesikoleni.
Population encane kakhulu kodwa indawo e-right yokuhlala kuyona, starting to develop, but the struggle was real. I was unemployed before I got the opportunity to sell tokens for the community.
When we did the survey, we actually got to understand the kind of source of energy that the communities were using and the spend that they were having. And so in providing them with a solar system, the fee that they pay, it's a nominal fee of 200 Rand a month. And that fee was based on the research that we had done, that it was something that the community could be able to afford. So when they have issues with the system, there is a helpline that they can be able to call, and then we are able to dispatch someone to come and then be able to support them.
We are very passionate about job creation. So from that point of view, we also have small businesses that we are supporting. So we are giving them laptops. There's training that's involved. We also want people to develop and grow. Manje sokunoshintsho.
Like sesiyakwazi ukudlala i-radio, i-TV, social media, amafoni asiyasebenza. Abantu bafela ekhaya bezomtshela inkinga zabo zesola, and then mina ngiyakwazi ukubasiza. Angisahlali nje ilanga lonke ngingenzi lutho la ekhaya. So I'm doing something. I wake up for something a day.
Ibonakalisa ukuthi asizile ukuzothatha nje kuphela. Nathi khona isandla esingasifaka emphakathini.
We thought we were going to be here for 1 year, but when the CEO came to Escort and realized that it's so huge, he then decided, let's do this in 3 phases. The first phase, which was last year, we actually installed just over 200 solar systems.
The one area which was underserviced last year was Winen. So the 85 units that are being provided for phase 2 are taken to Winen.
These areas are difficult to work in. So you must know that if you are coming here, then you're gonna face some challenges like, difficult terrain, mountainous areas. There are areas where you can see it's difficult for a grid electricity to go there. It's easy for a solar system because it's a standalone system. People are happy. Oh, today we're gonna have light. We're gonna plug our TVs. We are happy that we are part of this project sponsored by Shell.
People understand now. They are recognized. They are part of the community. They matter.
Bunzima, ubumnyama bunzima, nisikhipe ebumnyameni lesasuka singaka sibancane siqala ukubheka nasibonisa ukuthi hayi bukhanya kusho
Zukulu wamfunda grade 11 kodwa nje umehluko ungena kwamasola kwenze komkhulu kabi
nabantwana bethu laba bafundayo babuya sekumnyama kwesinye isikhathi njengoba izinto zokuhamba zingekho kule ndawo mafika manje bekuba nzima manje kodwa uShele wasisiza wasiphakamisa sathola ukukhanya.
We are here and are operating here, and we have a very, very proud investment in this area. And I'm very glad then that I work for a company like Shell, where we are saying that we can make a difference to make things better.
I'm a geologist by profession. Being in the mine, you're exposed to so many more careers and different processes. I love it so much because geology, it was mainly the drilling and the core logging. So it is a dirty game, but it is quite fun.
Glencore Coal South Africa have mines within the municipality of Imalashleni. We obviously got different communities around each of our operations. The host community is Oorgies and Paula. We've got a lot of employment coming through from these areas. We are committed to empowering our communities in the areas in which we operate. The ultimate objective is to build resilient communities. And that obviously entails us contributing and taking them along this journey with us.
There was a gap for women-owned companies, Black-owned companies. So my business partner and myself, we started the company Tudwala Mining. It has been very challenging. The business that we are in, providing mining services, it's very capital intensive. We also don't have the hands-on experience as a company, although as individuals, we have the experience.
There's been a huge call historically to become a vendor to Glencore. There are a lot of individuals within our local communities that aspire to become entrepreneurs, but they are not quite there as yet.
The aim of the Enterprise Supply Development Business Center is to provide support to small businesses, help those businesses grow to a point where they have the chance to do business with Glencore. We also have other training programs that we provide, and those training programs really arise out of gaps that we might have identified in the business.
So the program has been very helpful in providing us with tools that we can use to track our progress with our business. And that helps us in developing not only our business acumen, but also a profile for us to say that these are the credentials that we have.
The second aim is to ensure that that business is sustainable beyond Glencore. In other words, it can do business within the general mining complex, with other mines, or with other businesses.
We've met quite a lot of people that have connected us to other people in the industry. We have learned a lot of tricks of the trade as well by coming to the program and meeting with experts.
We understand the communities in which we operate and the disadvantages, the legacy issues. In order to empower our communities, it starts with education. The school that we're currently sitting at, Makause Combined School, we built this school.
This school serves about 1,700 learners in the community of Pola. The school actually starts from grade R up until grade 12. Aside providing academic excellence for the communities, Glencore could provide the school with internet facilities. It helps the community a lot because it's not everybody that can provide data and also a hall whereby it serves the community in terms of big gatherings.
Maths and science is key in the mining industry. So we looked at that and how we could better these maths and science results so that they got entry firstly to a tertiary institution and thereafter maybe into our mines or our company.
The aim of the Lichtbron e-learning project is to help rural and underperforming schools to better their pass rates in maths and science. We do live transmissions on a weekly basis, 4 days a week, which we do from Ermelo, where grade 11 and 12 learners can log in for the live sessions.
We know A is going to move upwards. If I draw the same for B, then I have again a gravitation force.
Maths was around 30%. Physics for matric was also around 40% thereabouts. But since the inception of the system, the school has not got below 90% in both maths and physics.
It means that B is going to move down.
So really, it's improving the performance of the learners.
I was not good in maths and science last year, but then this year they introduced us to e-learning. So e-learning was helping us with extra classes, and now I have improved my marks.
They teach us different ways to do a problem, and it's very easy.
We have a platform called DigiCampus where the learners can log in anywhere, anytime, any teacher as well, where they can have the live lesson. So if a child is sick or at home, initiation camp, whatever the reason may be, they can still log into a lesson. They can go through the lesson note. There's a question paper after that with a memo, so they can check on themselves even if they're not in the classroom. It's very important for us that sometimes teachers are in the rural schools and it's not particular science or maths teachers. So we need to make sure that we develop those teachers into champions of maths and science, because then all the children that pass their hands will actually benefit by that.
I'm currently in grade 10 doing the science stream. I like school because I want to become a doctor, specifically a cardiologist that deals with the heart.
This is one of the poorest communities whereby not all parents can provide for their kids in terms of buying those sanitary pads.
Some of the girls, I might say even myself, I wasn't able to come to school because I had no pads. Like, it's very hard to come to school when you're on your periods and you have no pads.
The Kulega campaign started this year, whereby Glencore came in and then supplied our learners from grade 7 to 12 sanitary pads.
It was a big thing, and it was also something that is essential to us, you know. Every girl has donated one pad from the 12 pack, so that when you're maybe unaware of your periods and then you start your periods and at school, we can give you a pad and then you can go and change at school. The level of confidence in girls has really increased, and that also increases the school progress.
The program is going to be an annual program, which is going to assist our learners a lot.
Sport, arts and culture is another pillar of our corporate social responsibility strategy. And we know with sport, our communities are passionate about sport. It has the power to change lives. We are quite proud of the partnership with the Imalashleni Local Football Association and SAFA.
When I was growing up, yes, I was hoping that I would become a professional player. But now the age is not on my side. I'm old now. There was no coach for the team, so I decided to coach these young kids. But I was not having that proper skills of coaching. We were fighting for relegations all this season.
We have to train our coaches. It's all about the rules that ought to be applied during the game processes, making sure that they provide proper training to players, they provide proper tactical and technical skills to these young ones, because talent is there, but if it is not properly nurtured, then it's gonna go to waste.
As a coach, you need to give the instruction to kids, to guide them and teach them, to mentor them.
It's not about shouting, but it's about giving instruction, caressing and massaging these players, because they need some care. They are young, but you have to be patient with them.
Since Glencore gave us those skills, now we are competing. We are playing for winning, not to run to relegation.
In the first phase of the first year of the partnership between us and Glencoe, we have seen 180 plus coaches trained. And amongst the 180, we have women.
Glencoe training teaches us how to manage the team, how to treat the kids.
I play left winger and centre back. We learn more things about soccer, even though people don't believe in us as girls, but we still do it. We are having fun.
The key responsibility as a youth coach is to ensure these kids are out of the street, to ensure that they are safe and they are healthy. We have to prepare these kids psychologically, technically and tactically, also to make friends. Soccer is about making friends.
We do have a long life of mine plan for Glencoe in this area, but coal mining will come to an end, and we need to ensure that when we do exit this area, the communities are better off, they are sustainable, and they are resilient.
This is one of the best combined schools that you can find around the whole province. So the environment alone is attractive for learners to just get in. They get excited, they feel a sense of belongingness to be in such an environment and then be studying among their peers and other things. That one alone builds their confidence level.
I've worked in the mining industry for over 10 years. I've seen the impact that mining companies have on communities. Our dream is to become a mine operator so that one day when we have our own operations, we can also leave a meaningful impact in the communities that we operate in.